What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D, and you're watching Finatainment News.
Hey, best friends! Y'all know it is time for my update on baby Shiloh. You've been with me on this journey since, really conception, since Shiloh was conceived. I mean, Shadina was an amazing surrogate, and she had Shiloh at 35 weeks at Northside. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, so we had to hurry up and get Shiloh out of there so she could start her chemo. Well, it was hard to get a bed over at Scottish Rite at first, but then I knew some people that knew some people that knew some people. Shout out to Dr. Sandy June. She made a call over and got in touch with this amazing lady that I'm now obsessed with that saved my baby's life, Dr. Paula Harmon. Dr. Paula Harmon, I mean, I can't even say the words because, honestly, I don't know how to pronounce them.
Was this word right here is killing me. What's this?
Reciprocation?
Reciprocity.
Let me see, Portia.
It's a bit, it's
Reciprocity?
It's reciprocity. No, no.
Ain't it.
Look at it. Come look at
Sorry.
To get reciprocity.
Okay, it's clear that I only did that because Portia is Shamea BFF, okay? Because this word that the doctor is about to pronounce, Shamea is excused because unless you work in a hospital, you are a doctor, a nurse, or that's your field, this is not a word you're going to use every day. So Shamea is excused, but I just had to make that connection because that's her girl, and she's talking about pronouncing the word, and this just happened a day or so ago. And also, it's a heavy video, just adding some humor to it, but I'm glad for the update and that Shiloh will be going home soon. But let's get back to it.
She's that amazing. She's a pediatric. Say this word right here for me, best friend.
Otolaryngologist.
I would have butchered that. Miss Pat, try to say that.
O.J. Simpson.
That's why I didn't attempt it. But yeah, she's one of the top doctors at pediatric ENT physicians and head and neck surgeons working at Penta. I mean, she's a bomb.com. She got in there. Yeah, the medical director. Come on. Yeah, so Shiloh has corneal atresia and stenosis. And you can kind of explain that a little bit more.
I got you. So yeah, corneal atresia is congenital basically means that you are born with it. Something that happened inside the womb. So Shiloh was born with corneal atresia, which is blockage in the back of the nose. And so blockage in the back of the nose, it can be either on one side or both sides. It's more common in females, and it's literally just blocked. So you can have block with just soft tissue, like just softness, or you can have blockage with bone. And so Shiloh had a mixture of both. So she was blocked on both sides of her nose. So when she was born, because babies breathe through their noses, if it's blocked, you have a bit of an emergency on your hands. So she had to get a tube in her throat.
Right.
Absolutely. So I was always nervous. So I'm like, what does this mean for my child? Like, you know, and the things that we are like stressed out about, they're like, oh, we do this all the time. So when I met with Dr. Harmon, first of all, she gave me a hug and made me feel, I was like, oh, so this is my cousin. You know, she let me know it's going to be all right. Don't worry about it. We're going to open it up. And if it closed back up, we're going to open it back up again. So yesterday, Shiloh got her stents removed, the things that they put in place, right after she did the surgery. And she did really well. But check this out, though. So you tossed the stents in the trash can, right?
Did you go in there?
You went and got him. Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
I'm that kind of mom.
What?
I grabbed the stents out. I mean, I'm a keepsakes person. I need her to see when she gets older. This is what kept you alive.
Well, let me just tell you what this is.
I'm going to put it in the shadow box.
What?
I'm going to put it in the shadow box. I have the stents. I mean,
so this is the first parent who's ever taken the stents out of the trash.
Of course she is.
But let's talk about it. So literally, these are tubes that you typically use for the airway. So this tube is really a long tube. The same tube that she had in her mouth. I'm so done with you. So the same tube that she had in her mouth to put on the ventilator, we just augment that tube and cut it to the side of her nose.
Right.
And so this was the length of the back of the nose. So the atresia was basically midway, and you go beyond where the atresia was, so you can suction the back of their nose and keep everything open. But they're your best.
So Yeah, I'm that mom.
Saying that.
I'm that mom. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more about Shiloh, post surgery, what's what I can expect in the future, what this means.
We done with you stealing out the trash can.
Yeah, we done with that. We're gonna keep it moving. But yes, y'all stick around. We got more with Dr. Paula Harmon. Right?
Hey, that's some cool shit.
You didn't know. I showed
No, I didn't know.
That's cool.
She's not. They're already actually. Let me just go to put them right on back in my purse now. So I rushed out of here from work yesterday just to kind of get there to see her without her stents, to see you. You had already moved, and I talked to your assistant though, Sheena, and she just kind of told me that the first few days are typically good, but it's around like day 6, day 7 where you kind of would start to see more scarring typically.
Yes, what will happen is, so when the stents come out, is what you just had there, so it keeps the nose stented open. So once the stents come out, the body wants to try to seal back down to where it was. And so it tries to close back down. So we drop steroids in the nose to tell the body, oh, you don't have to get so much inflammation. Just stay open, stay open, stay open. So we drop steroids for about 5 or 6 days to make sure that the body kind of just heals and settles itself after we pulled it out. And then once they're out, we just wait for Shiloh to do what she's going to do. So either she'll try to scar back down, and we may have to go back in there in the surgery and dilate and apply a medicine to keep it open. But some kids don't even need stents. So it's a journey of, hey, Shiloh, what is your nose going to do? So that's how we handle it.
So when I bring her home, am I going to have to I feel like I need to get an oxygen monitor. I know I have. Yeah, because I'm like, what if she stops breathing? What if it closes up and we're sleeping? And you know what I mean?
Stop talking like that.
But I'm saying that's a very real thing.
They would send her home if that was going to happen.
Right. Every parent who has any kind of airway baby said the exact same thing. And they think the exact same thing. And they go home, and so she may not be right for a few weeks when she comes back because they're just not sleeping. They just watch the baby all night to make sure the baby's breathing. And then they're scared. The baby was noisy, and then we fix something that makes the noise go away. They're like, oh my God, I don't hear the noise anymore. So this is typical for what they'll do.
So if it does scar back down, would it be like a immediate thing, or like I gotta rush to the hospital? Or will it be like gradually?
No, it's pretty
closing.
It's pretty gradual. You'll hear congestion anyway. She'll sound like she has a little bit of a cold anyway, and that's okay. But it will look a lot different. She may not want to eat because everyone's going to breathe before they eat, and so if she slows down and stops eating as much, then we say, okay, that's a sign. Let's put a little camera there and see what she's doing, those kind of things. So, but it won't be like instant snap now.
So I have a question. So since Shiloh had this surgery, she not gonna be one of them little babies that we can blow in the mouth and snot come out?
Yes, she will, and I did that the other day for my own baby.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, so I'm from Macon, Georgia. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So my mom does that, which I absolutely shout out to my mom, Sarah. Check this out though. When she would do that, we would get so grossed out, me and my sister, because it'd be all that snot on your face. She's like, I want a baby that can breathe. Yeah. So everybody has this thing with it's called the nose Frida, right? Where you pull, suck through a straw. My mom was like, that ain't gonna get it clean like I can get it clean.
She's right.
So I always just hand her up like, here, you do it.
She's right. So this Frida is a spinoff of what mothers have been doing since back in slavery. Yes. So, we come from the hospital, we have these little green bulbs, we try to get everything from the front, but sometimes you cannot get the back clear. And I am not advocating for anybody blowing in their baby's mouth and blowing out the nose, but Dr. Harmon, when she's Paula, has done this with her baby. Yes.
Yeah, you just had a baby yourself. Congratulations to you.
Thank
3
you.
months? I can't believe
3
you
months.
already.
That was number 5.
So you are my Woman Crush Wednesday today. Yeah, you are. It's Women's History Month. It's International Women's Day, and you're the woman that saved my daughter's life. And
yes, ma'am.
Can't thank you enough.
It's a team. It's a team effort. So, like you said, Dr. June over at Northside called me. It was like my last 2-3 days of maternity leave. They were like, I know you're off, but you're coming back. So what? They said your schedule's full, and I was like, the schedule's always full. Bring the baby on over here. We're going to take care of him. So the schedule's always full. And so I called Shamea, and then we just talked about it in a familiar kind of way, so that she would understand.
Ever since I moved here, I make a yearly donation to children, and
yes.
My baby ended up having to go to children. I felt good about it.
Who you make a donation to?
Every year. Children's Health Care Learning.
Okay.
I make one
I'm
every
usually
year.
there stealing the wipes.
So
You stealing the wipes?
She does the opposite of donate. She takes something away from it.
That's all right.
No, you're a very, very real person. Like a lot of times, and they say they teach bedside manner when you guys are in school, but for me, I feel like you just went above and beyond to make me feel comfortable with where I was going and what I was doing with my journey.
Yes, ma'am.
Because no one expects to have a sick baby. So
She ain't got to make me cry.
So,
Right.
this is a process, and this is a journey, and this is Shiloh's first surgery of, you know, I'm sure, you know, a few more that she'll have later on, but I'm like, if all doctors could be like you are seriously a superhero. Like, you deserve a cape, and if I had one today, you really care. You do. Gave me her cell number. No, y'all can't have it. Gave me her cell number, and was just, you know, like, call me, text me anytime, and she's always responding. And no matter how crazy my question is, she has, like, the perfect answer. Did not make me feel stupid, and really educate and inform me. So yeah, you're my Woman Crush Wednesday, and I love you for life, for sure.
And she a black doctor. You hear me?
You see that shirt?
She a black doctor, baby. What that shirt say?
From Spelman.
She's a black doctor.
That's right. So thank you so much, and again, I appreciate y'all for always checking in on Shiloh. Tig, you said it best. Hashtag Shiloh Strong.
Yes.
Continue to follow us. Continue to pray for all of us, myself, Shadina, Shiloh, Dr. Harmon, so that she can continue to give life and you know, love on our babies.
Yes,
Shamea, I love you, but you be making me cry.
somebody gotta do it.
Let us all continue to keep Shadina in your prayers. Most of you are aware that she's going through her cancer treatment right now, and also Shamea and her entire family and baby Shiloh. I'm wishing all of you well, and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.